What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kilo Loco, and welcome back to another live stream. I told you we were going to be doing more live streams. Told you. All right, so welcome back to the live stream. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to do a little bit more Swift development. On Wednesday we did a little bit of iOS development with AWS Amplify. In today's live stream, what I wanted to do was I wanted to go over this library right here in the background, which you can see a little bit if my head wasn't so big. But essentially what I wanted to do was I wanted to go over this new SDK that AWS just released, because it allows you to interact directly with any AWS service specified, and you can interact directly using Swift. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up a Swift package manager, package, and we're going to be testing that out. So the reason why you would want to use something like this, and I've kind of showed this in the past, is if you wanted to have some additional functionality added to your app, like if you wanted to add push notifications or app store like receipt verification, things like that. That's when I kind of predict using something like this in a Lambda, in a AWS Lambda function. So yeah, that's when something like this would be useful. Now, for anybody that's here in the chat, I see Ali is here in the chat. What's going on? For anybody that's here live and not watching the replay, I would love to hear where you're coming from. Where are you viewing from? Just like what brought you in today to the live stream? And I'm just trying to find out where you're at, like what time zone you're in, because I think that's always kind of interesting to find out, like where everybody's watching from, and what time is it for you? Because right now it's 8:30 in the morning for me, but depending on where you're at in the world, it might be, it might be nighttime. It might be time to go to sleep. But yeah, so let me just put out a little bit of a tweet real quick. And what's going on? Hey, it says, hey man, I can't read. I want to say that might be Russian, maybe. But it is 6:33 p.m. out over there. Okay. Elise from the UK. All right. What's up? What's up, UK? Georgia, the country. What's up, Vika? Nice to have you. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. Let me just send out a tweet real quick. Going to be playing with the AWS SDK, Swift SDK this morning. Come hang out, because that's what we're here for, right? We're here to hang out. All right, so as you can see right here in the background, I do have the SDK pulled up. I haven't used it yet. I actually am going to be learning this, so we're going to go through it and kind of learn it together, which is a little bit scary. But hey, you know what? You'll be able to see everything that I potentially struggle with, or see how potentially easy it's going to be. The way that I'm going to go about doing this, because I don't really know AWS services that well to just like kind of spin up like a backend by myself, like manually, is I'm going to be using AWS Amplify in order to create a Cognito, a Cognito instance user pool or whatever in the backend. And then I'm going to essentially try to access it using the AWS SDK. So that's actually going to be the first order of business. I'm going to do this on the other screen real quick. I'm just going to sign into my AWS account on the other screen. Pretty important stuff going on in there, and I don't want anybody to steal any of my information. But I will put it back up here so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So yeah. All right, it was Russia. I nailed it. Nailed it. Okay, so let's see if we could get this a little bit larger so y'all can see what I'm saying. Can you see what I see? All right, so what I'm going to do is first I'm going to drop over to AWS Amplify. Like I said, I don't really know how to spin up a whole entire Cognito thing properly by myself, so I'm just going to use it like this. So we're going to do the SDK test app, I guess is what I'll call it. And hopefully I don't have too many projects. You know, I do this all the time. There's a limit to the amount of projects. I think I got it upgraded, but then again, I didn't check for the email. We'll find out what happens. But yeah. So yeah, now we just simply wait for the admin UI to be set up in the back end. Now, while we wait here, a question that I've just been kind of curious about anybody that joins the stream. What backend are you currently using? Do you have a backend developer? Like, so I'm assuming that most of us in here that anybody that's watching this is probably a mobile developer. That's where my audience skews towards, is mobile development, because that's what I put information out, or that's the content that I put out. What backend do you currently use? Do you use a backend engineer? Do you build it yourself? Do you use a service like Amplify or Firebase or any of those? Like, what do you do for backend development? Because in my opinion, I think just about every app needs a backend, whether it be for user authentication or data storage so that you can sync data between devices. And I think that it's really rare that you don't need a backend. So just kind of curious about that. All right, here we go. Now we can open up the admin UI and And what we want to do is, I want to just kind of see if I could create a user. Might have to look into that. But essentially, I want to see if I could create a user using that, using the SDK. So, one is Dart and Node.js, Nest.js. Wow, they keep the frameworks really close on JavaScript. But are you saying that you use Dart as the backend language? Or are you saying that you use Dart like as in you kind of use a Flutter app and your backend is built in Node.js? That's what I'm kind of curious about. Okay, so the way that we're going to log in is going to be a basic login mechanism. Email. No multi-factor authentication for me. I'm going to keep it pretty plain and simple. What I do want to do is, let me see. Actually, I think I want to use username login. Let me see. Username login. There we go. Because I did email earlier this week, and that was not exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to have username, and then the attributes would be, I think, email. Maybe I should have just left it alone. Let's see. I should probably sign in with their email. Email login is protected by password challenge. So I'm leaning towards, this is the one I'm most familiar with because I just did it, but yeah. Plain Dart language for backend. Oh, okay. What framework do you use for a Dart backend? Kind of curious. I haven't used that. Let's see. Do I want the email for... Well, actually, if we do the email login, then we won't have to worry about a password and we could just log in with the email. So then we would only have to deal with two different fields, the email and the password. So yeah, let's actually just leave it as email. Switch attributes, I think. Let me see. Is there... Hold on, let me refresh this before we do anything else because I think I might have messed with it a little bit too much. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to just leave it right here so that we only have to worry about email and password, and we don't have to worry about creating a third field, which would be username, since we're not actually going to be building an app. If I was going to do like a real iOS app, I think I'd probably add in the username instead. So for a Dart backend, you do get server package. Okay, it is kind of Flutter, but not much of it. All right, let's take a look at that. I'm kind of pub.dev. Get server. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna look into this later for sure. For sure. All right. So while we wait for this to spin up our backend so that we can have our Cognito thing set up, what I want to do is I want to go back over to GitHub and I want to go to AWS Lab. What is it? Labs, AWS SDK Swift. Yeah, and I want to kind of see how they want me to set this up. So let's see. I don't think I need to know any of this. Testing instructions under release. Okay. First, we're going to start off with a new package. So let's go ahead and create a new package. Let's make a new package. All right, there we go. We're going to go to local, temporary, and I'm going to make a directory called SDK test and change directory into the SDK test, right? From here, they want me to run the Swift init type executable. And I actually might need to go back to one of my other repos and like modify it so that it can support this, because I have this GitHub repo called Slam. Let's see, is it underscore? I think it's dash loco. So Slam Swift Lambda maker. So it creates Lambda functions, and I might add some of that to this, which would be pretty cool. So yeah, just throwing that out there because I don't usually run this executable anymore since, you know, I have that little tool. So we have this, we have the executable. Now we want to open it with Xcode. And let's see, open, and we'll go to this directory. So let's go over to the local directory. It's under my temporary, and then we're going to do SDK test. We'll open it up, and I may have done this a little bit differently had I thought about the fact that I'm going to be using beta, because it looks like they do support 5.5, which gives us the async and await feature set of Swift. So that is going to be something that I want to use. Let's go to the package.swift file. See, look at how it's doing 5.3. We're going to change this to 5.5. And then let's go ahead and take a look at what else we need to add in here. So if we're looking at it, this is the 5.4 instructions, but it looks like it's probably the same for the 5.5. The dependencies, or no, the platforms. We need platforms all together. So we'll just go ahead and copy that, throw that in there. Boom, like that. Dependencies, we will add this line of code like so. Let's see. It's been a minute since I've done this actually. And then the target is this, but we need to add a product. So we add the product in there. So this is going to be our SDK product. Like boom, like oh boom. All right, so theoretically this should work. So it looks like it is already fetching it with the information that we set in here. I think I'll never get over the fact that you have the Swift tools language version in a comment. Like, it just seems kind of weird. Like, you know, you're supposed to ignore comments generally, and then in the package file, the first line is a comment, and yeah, that determines a lot. You have the wrong number up there, it's just not going to work for you. All right, let's see. It looks like it might have been installed, maybe. All right, let's take a look. So if we were going to do Cognito, we need to have a developer provider name and identity pool name. So this is the part where I might actually get a little bit lost because I'm not really familiar with these types of things. Now, if we go back over to the Amplify admin UI, we should see that this deployment was successful. We have our authentication here. If we go back to the Amplify console, we could take a look at, I think some of the backend variables or something like that. Let's see if we go to general. Go to general and actually, I think there might be a tab here. Hold on, let me see. I want to get to the actual Cognito thing. Okay, so if I go to general or SDK app, the back end, authentication right here, and then if I say view incognito, then it should give me all the information. Now, you definitely don't want to share this with anybody. This is actually a security risk right here since I'm showing it to you, but I'm gonna tear all this down after the stream, so it's no big deal. So you can see that we're in US West 2, that's the Oregon one, and then the pool ID and the pool ARN. So let's kind of see where these things plug into. So first we're going to create a function called create identity pool. And, or maybe we don't want to create an identity pool. Maybe we just want to access it. See, this is the part where knowing the service in depth is really going to help, because if you don't, then that's when you might get stuck like me. So that's another reason why I like to use Amplify, is because I don't know AWS services like that. Oh, it's weird. It just stopped. It just stopped on me. Come on, Xcode, you can do it. We believe in you. Come on. There you go. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna import Cognito identity. Cognito identity. And let's see if we could get this to even build. It looks like there's no compile errors. So let's create that create identity pool. Now I think that there is already a identity pool. So users and groups, identity provider. Yeah, I think, I think that this might be the identity pool. I'm not really sure, to be honest. This is why this is going to be an interesting experiment. Okay, so let me see what else is in their instructions. Okay, input call. It's creating the identity pool. And what is the identity pool? Create identity pool input. I'm wondering if I should just go with something that I am a little bit more familiar with. Yeah. Don't you think that Sanity is much better than AWS? That Sanity. Better than AWS? Well, I think AWS is pretty useful. I mean, the only reason why I'm struggling at this point is because I don't have AWS knowledge. And like I said, that's why I use Amplify, is because I don't really need all that knowledge to actually use it and take advantage of it. But yeah. Oh, Sanity is a framework? Never heard of it. So I wouldn't be able to say. But yeah, let's see. So this is probably not a good example. What I could do is I could take a previous example of something that I know how to do, and I could implement that. So what we could do is we could create a notification system, because I know how to create a notification system. I actually did a video on it. But hold on. I have a GitHub repo on it. GitHub.com kilo-loco, and then what did I call it? It was like something on push notifications. So many repositories, and of course they're not in order, so let me see. AWS push notifications Swift, this is the one. So the Lambda and the sources main. Are you standing, or does it only look like that? No, I'm standing. Yeah, I have a standing desk. So what I would do to do the push notifications is I would create a message. I would configure the message, send it up to pinpoint, make that request, and then use pinpoint to send that message specifically. Now, it's been a while since I've done that, so we're about to get real meta. Okay, hold on. Let's see, writing Lambda, APNS keys and certificate, add category to Amplify. So I think I added notifications. Okay, so let's go ahead and do something that I actually know, that I'm actually familiar with, and that's sending a message with pinpoint. So first I want to go to my developer.apple.com. I'm going to do this on a separate screen because it is confidential information. And I want to see if I could get it up and running. Let's see. And just got to sign in real quick. Oh, nice. Easy sign in. All right. So let's go ahead and check this out. So for the certificates, I could probably just do another push notification certificate. Oh no, I could download this one. So that's downloaded. And then I need to create an actual iOS project that has that that bundle ID on it. So we'll just call this one receive push. Here we go. We'll do this in a temporary directory as well. Then we go over here. We go to the signing and capabilities. We'll add push notifications, right? That should go into the back, make stuff for us, assumingly. And see, push notifications. I think that's pretty much all we need to do. We head back over to the developer.apple.com portal. We look for our identifiers. Let's see. What did I call it? Receive push. Receive push right here. There we go. So now we just double check, make sure that it has push notifications enabled, which it does. We need to configure it. We need to create a certificate for it, iOS, upload a certificate signing request. We do this through keychain. And I'll do that over here. Let's see, it should be fine. Let me see. We have the keychain, and I have to create a new, how did I do this? Certificate is create a certificate, request a certificate from, it's been a while since I've done this. Request a certificate from a certificate authority, I want to say. And we will save that to disk. And I will save that on my desktop real quick. All right, so now I could choose a file, go to my desktop, certificate signing request, continue. This is such weird muscle memory to have. Like, I don't even fully understand what I'm doing at this point. There's so many things that go into all of this. Okay, so we have this downloaded. That's pretty important. Now we can close this, I believe. I'm going to say that's it. Once we do that, since we're going to be using Amplify, what we could do is we could do, I think I'm going to do everything from the command line here, actually. So we'll do Amplify init. We could call it SDK test, that's fine. Initialize project with the configuration above. It says JavaScript, so I'm gonna actually say no. Let's go back and modify this. So dev is fine. We'll say Xcode because we're on iOS. We want it to be an iOS project. Oh, you know why? Let's cancel this. We're actually in the wrong directory. So I want to actually be in the receive push directory. Then we'll do amplify init like this. Then it should be able to, let's do the upgrade first. Amplify upgrade. So as opposed to doing the amplify stuff inside of the like the Swift package directory, I want to do it on my my iOS directory, just so that everything can like easily be synced up. Like it can detect that there's an Xcode project and all that other stuff. So let's do amplify init now. And receive push is fine, and all of this looks okay. I'm fine with Visual Studio Code, AWS profile, and then the profile do Kilo Loco, so that works. Wow, dude, that is a big GitHub. Yeah. Been doing this for a while, and I create a lot of different little mini projects, one for each video. So yeah, lots of stuff up there. Have you ever tried using Fastlane to get the certificate and manage the signing? Yeah, kind of. At my last job, what I did was I just started working with Fastlane and the whole CI/CD portion of that work, and I started to learn some Fastlane. So I learned a little bit of Ruby, and yeah, but I never set it up manually myself, and I've never gone through that process myself. I don't necessarily need it because I kind of have it all memorized. As you can see, like I did a lot of this stuff just like from muscle memory, even though I haven't done it in a while. Like it's just something that I banged my head on my computer so many times just trying to figure out that whole process that it just kind of got stuck. It's like stuck there forever. So I'll never really forget how to create like a push notification certificate, even though I don't really know what I'm doing. So it's just been really interesting. All right, so we have that set up. Now we want to do amplify add notifications. And I may need to have, oh, maybe not. Let's see. I was thinking that maybe I would need to have auth added. So provide your pinpoint resource name. That's fine. I don't really care. We are going to do, I want to say it's a key. Is this, or did I download it? Downloads, right? 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 It might be a certificate then. I want to say it's a key though. Is this what I downloaded? Oh, I don't even know anymore because now it was in a different browser. Let's go with certificate and see what happens. It's not a P12. Let's jump back over to the developer portal. I think I may have missed a step actually. All right, let's go in and keys, APNS key. Let's see. I think I could probably revoke this one. And then I could create a new one, and then that's the key that I want to use. Testing APNS, and then we'll do APNS right there. We'll do continue and register, and we'll download it, and this is the only time that you can download it. So then we have the P8. So let's try this one more time. Amplify, add push notifications, APNS, whatever name is provided to me. And then from here, I'm going to select key. That's what it was. Bundle ID used for APNS tokens. That's going to be the receive push bundle ID. If I could find my other project, which we can find right here. This will be the one. We give you the bundle ID, like boom. Team ID used, so that's going to be this number right here. And then key ID, the key ID used for the APNS tokens. I believe they add that in the name, right here. And we put that right there. And then the path to the file right there. No space. You got to watch out for that space. I think that will actually throw it off. And you don't want it thrown off. I'll tell you that. What's going on, Kenny? Yep. Back here on the live streams doing code stuff that I don't even know. I'm just learning today. So it's just a big learning experience. So we've successfully added that. From here, what I want to do is amplify console analytics, maybe. And then I think that will open up Pinpoint. We should be able to go down to notifications, I want to say. Maybe not notifications. What was it? Okay, let's see. Was this, but I don't really remember. No, I think it was the settings, general settings, and then that gives us all the information that we need. Okay, so this is the information that we needed. Now what I have to do is I have to make the app receive notifications. So I need to actually add the whole entire user notification aspect to our receive push app. So we should be able to do that here. It's been a while on this specific part, but I can always go back and check the iOS app. But I'm just gonna do it in the actual app part, and we'll do import user notifications, and then let's go ahead and take a look at that directory because there is quite a lot going on right now. And I want to try to make it as efficient as possible. You know what I mean? Okay, so let's see. Go back to that repository. Looks like AWS push notifications right here, the iOS branch, and then what am I looking for? I think maybe the app delegate. So it would be underneath this, and it would be app delegate maybe. And I have a push notification service as well. So let's take a look at that. We're going to simply copy and paste for the sake of time. And we'll create a new file and paste all that in there. So push notification service. And we'll paste this right here. Everything should work. UI application, cannot find that in scope. That's because you would need UI kit to do so. Let's see. That should be cleared up. Looking good, looking good. All right, this is enough to get that part up and running. I love the way you make jokes, phrases, moves on the fly. Hey, that's what it's all about, right? Like, you're not just gonna be on here like bored. If I'm not having fun, I'm just not gonna do this. I'm sorry. Some people don't like how I'm just like so casual with it, but if I'm not having fun, I'm not gonna do the live stream. That's all there is to it. All right, let's go ahead and do an app delegate. All right, so we will definitely need UI kit for this. We're gonna do app delegate, and then I want to say that you have to do UI responder and then UI application delegate, like that, something like that. And then did finish launching with options, I think. Right, we need that, and then we need to register for the push notifications. So push notification service dot shared, and then we're going to register, and we're going to pass in that application. It looks like a pretty nice UI that I put together back then. Cool. And then what we need to do is we need to also first we need to do return true, right? Come on, dude. Come on, dude. All right. Then we need to also do something with the notification token. Notification token. Did receive remote notification user information. That's not right. Did receive. That's the old one, right? Something about token. Device token. This one. There we go. Decoding that is a pain in the butt. Did I add something for that in the push notification service? That's the real question, though. So, ooh, look at I did. Oh my gosh. Kilo Loco. Back at it. Ooh, store it. Just store it. Pass that data and ooh, it's clean. Damn. Whew. All right, store the device token. Boss moves for sure. For sure. Sometimes it feels like I am being seduced. Hey, I ain't mad at you. Oh no. Oh no, he didn't. All right, so now let's see, what did we need for the scene delegate? I don't think we did anything in here. Nope. We do need to connect this app delegate to our actual app. Right now it's just floating out there in oblivion. So we have to do like application delegate. What is it? Can't remember. I can't remember. It's so sad. Took too long of a break from all this SwiftUI stuff. I'm sorry. Kilo Loco, SwiftUI, app delegate, lifecycle, boom, UI application delegate adapter, delegate adapter. I know that there was some other weirdness with this. It wasn't just that. It was like, oh yeah, that you had to do, hold on. No. Okay, yeah, app delegate.self. Yeah, that's what it was. So weird. App delegate.self, like this, var app delegate. Yep. That works. What's going on, Rayan? Hopefully I said your name right. Probably didn't. I'm terrible. But it's not my fault. Missing type annotation is missing a pattern. UI application delegate. Does that work? Yes, no, yes, yes. All right, I think it works. All right, so then let's go ahead and make sure register. So print, come on, print content. What is that? All right, so did finish launching. All right, so there we go. I was wondering if you plan to make some videos about Combine and SwiftUI. I already have, I think, a video on Combine, maybe. Don't I? I'm pretty sure I do. I'm kind of curious, what do you want to learn with Combine and SwiftUI? Let's see. Yep. Thought this was a pretty slick video. I would definitely recommend. What's going on, Golden? I didn't see your comment back there, but what's up? Happy to see. Oh, I'm happy to be back. Happy to be back. I'm doing all right. I am doing all right. All right. You know, I'm back here live streaming. If I'm making content, then you know that I'm happy. So that's just like a little bit of background on what's been going on in the past couple months. You know, just like I'm saying, I wasn't doing all the stuff I wanted to be doing. You know, so essentially, there's like all kinds of responsibilities that I got at work. They were just kind of draining me of my creative energy, and I just couldn't do the content thing. So I'm just happy to be, I still have those responsibilities, but they might be getting shifted. And if they do get shifted, there will definitely be more content. So yes. Would you like to receive push notifications? And I'm like, oh yes, I would. All right, let's see. All right, cool. So this looks like it will technically work. What we need to do now is pray that I have a cable in here for my actual device. I think that can somebody answer me in the chat? Are we able to receive push notifications in the simulator now? I feel like that was a thing that was brought up somewhere sometime back there. But I've never done it, and I never really checked. So yeah. Oh no. Will this be able to run on my device? Let's hope. Let's pray. Okay, let's see. What's the deployment target? Ooh, it is 14, so it should be able to run on my device. Nailed it. Did finish launching. Cool. Allow. Yep. Okay. All right. So I'm about to check chat right now. And I got my, oh, I got my token too. Perfect, right? We're gonna need this. We're finally heading back over to the AWS SDK. We haven't even done anything with it yet. I just needed to be able to set something up in order for us to actually test it out and see if it works. So, we have that. Let's start getting some of these values in here so that we can reference them as needed. Nobody hack me, please. Go ahead and try to hack me afterwards. Everything will be torn down, so then I'll be fine with it. But don't do it until then. Device token. Device token. This is gonna be pinpoint like project, I think. Project ID, and then I don't think we need the name, but if we do, pinpoint name. All right, so that's all the information that I think that we're going to need in order to pull off something a little bit sexy right here. All right, okay. Yeah. Okay. All right, a couple of messages in here. What's going on, Chris? What's up, brother? Yes, I already watched this one. It was a good intro into Combine and how to migrate existing code base, but I was looking more into something like MVVM with Combine and SwiftUI, strictly no UI kit. Okay, got it. I could cover that in an upcoming tutorial for sure, or in a live stream. I love Combine, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. What's going on, Flo? Flo is coming to join us. Thank you. No push notifications in Simulator, though you can mock some push notifications via the command line or using Paul Hudson's control room. Okay, yeah. I wasn't looking to like mock. I was looking to actually like have a destination. So yeah, good to know. I thought there was like something out there where you might be able to do it, but I didn't know. So send push notification like this, then call it send push notification, right? Right. Okay. So there was a lot of code in my other repo. If I could find it. Hopefully I don't have to search for it again. That would be kind of annoying. I might have to search for it again. Yeah, I think you did this to yourself. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. Maybe we can find it in the history. Let's see. Kilo logo push notifications. Oh, it's still there. Cool. All right, so then what we need to do is I think we just need to go backwards. Lambda, this, and then main. Okay, I was already there. Okay, so we have all the values, right? And this portion of this code was, and you don't really need to be able to see it. This portion of this code was to actually decode the incoming information. So we don't need that part. Essentially what we're trying to do is recreate this part. So first we need to create a message, and this should be extremely interesting because I'm just going to be shooting into the abyss trying to figure this out. So first what we want to do is, well, let's see. AWS Swift SDK. Okay, we got some of the services in here. The one I'm looking for specifically, pinpoint. So now we have a pinpoint client that we could create, internal, and models. Okay, it's opening up. So this is exactly what I had to do before when I learned how to do it the first time. Is I had to look through how all the thing was set up, and I had to essentially figure it out all by myself. It took a while. I'm hoping that I could do it in this live stream. We'll see, because I only got a little bit over a half an hour to do it. We have our iOS application set up. We have all the information that we should need in order to get going. Now we just need to figure out how to interact with the API itself. So how do we send this notification? First thing that I want to do is I want to import Pinpoint, I think, because what they show in the example is import Cognito identity, right? So we would want to do essentially the same thing, but right here for this name, right? So first we're going to import Pinpoint. Let's see if that will work. We'll run it. No such module as Pinpoint, maybe. Let's give it a second because we haven't built it yet. Maybe. Okay. So that didn't work. We might need to do maybe Pinpoint client. Let's see. How would we import this properly? Let's see. They had Cognito identity, right? We could import that. So this failed too, but why? This failed for a different reason. This might have to do with the fact that I'm on the M1. I always get weird problems with this. Not that it can't handle it, but there's like different steps that you have to be aware of that I just am not. I am not aware of those steps. All right. So we got another problem, right? Your boy does not know how to set up Swift package properly. And it might have to do with like, maybe I need main. There's all kinds of stuff, right? So what we can do, since this is a Swift SDK, is we don't necessarily need to use it in SPM or in a package or whatever. We could literally just do this inside of our iOS project because it's all Swift. It doesn't really matter from my understanding. So theoretically, we should be able to add this through Swift Package Manager onto our iOS app. If we wanted to directly interact with AWS resources, then we can do that using the AWS SDK. Just assuming that you know how all those services work. I do not. So that's why it's a little bit of a struggle. There's no lying going on here. It's a little bit of a struggle. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to select the project. We go to the package dependencies. We do little baby plus right there. And then we type in the address, the URL, http://github.com/AWS labs/ is it like SDK Swift? Something like that. AWS SDK Swift. Let's see. SDK. What is the name? AWS SDK Swift. Yep, that should be it. AWS SDK Swift. There it is. We add the package. And yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. What's going on, everybody? I am doing good. So I see Shailendra. Hopefully I said your name not too bad. What's going on, Shailendra? And then Vanta Black. I'm doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. If you see me on a stream, I'm doing pretty good. If you don't see me on a stream, then somebody pray for me. All right. So we're fetching the SDK. What's going on, Ivan? Where's everybody watching from though? And what time is it in your time zone? Like what time are you on right now? It is it's almost 9:30 here. 9:30 a.m. for me. All right. Verifying AWS SDK Swift. Let's go. It is quite a large package, so no surprises that it would take a little bit, but yep, let's see. Let's take a look at this Swift package file, or the packages.swift file. It's actually not that large. I thought it would have been huge for sure. Oh, you know what? It might be a little bit larger than what I'm seeing here. I really have to learn how all these packages and stuff work. Fetching could not be resolved. Huh. Let's do add anyways and see what happens. Let's see what happens, shall we? Maybe that's what happened in the last one, but at least on an iOS project, I'm very familiar with it. So I'll be able to actually figure out like, hey, there's this going on with it. So we got Ivan in Belarus, and it's 7:30 there pretty much, right? 7:30 at night. Oh, okay. Having a nice little evening. AJ, I'm not sure how to say it, but watching in India, it's 10 p.m. over there, so pretty interesting. We're on like the opposite sides of the planet, which is pretty cool. Really cool how the internet can connect somebody that's on the opposite side of the planet. Build operations are disabled. Package loading in progress. Well, can you show me that somewhere, or? Thank you. Let's see. Oh, okay, there it goes. All right, it's building to my phone. All right, so let's just make sure that we have, whoops. It's all right. Let me just plug it back in. I have all kinds of problems because I buy these third-party cables. The Apple ones are just way too expensive. I'm sorry. All right, so let's see if we could get this working again. Why doesn't it work? Xcode can be pretty awesome, but when it's not awesome, oh boy, is it not awesome. All right, let's go. Especially beta, you know, beta Xcode, it's just like, that's nasty. Watching from Indonesia, 11 p.m. right now. Woo! You are in the future. Gan is in the future. Mexico, 11:27 a.m. Okay, what's up? What's up, Mexico? Look at I got one of these. Guanajuato. What's a Guanajuato wallet? That's where my wife is from. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm looking for pinpoint, which is down over here. So it should be, I should be able to import it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the main, or not the main, but the content view.swift file. I'm going to try to import pinpoint. Oh man. The other thing about Xcode is that it really does not like when I live stream. Does not like it at all. So let's see if we could get it working. It still hasn't actually even detected my phone yet. There it goes. So now, oh no. Okay, so no such module. Why not? Search package collections. Okay. I wonder. I wonder why this isn't working. This is like the only one that I know how to use. All right. Bummer. I'm gonna have to reach out and figure out like how to get this all implemented because I'm probably doing something wrong. But I can see the code. I can see the code right here. Under models and the pinpoint client. So now, oh, Nikki's here. What's going on? Go back to the code I just got here. Okay. So right now, oh man, what is going on with this Xcode? Oh, it just darkens everything out, I guess. Okay, so right now, all I'm trying to do is just import pinpoint. I have the SDK in my project. And now I just want to import pinpoint because I don't know any other services. I've actually never worked with any other services extensively enough to know like how to do anything else. So essentially what I'm trying to do here is we've done this before with using one of the other packages that lets you do something similar, Sodo, right? And you import pinpoint and then you essentially just use it, right? And I'm trying to get to this point to where I could just start using it and see what pinpoint is called. Go to this, I think it's called pinpoint. Go to the package.swift file. I know it's not in the package.swift file, right? Is it? It's not called something different. Unless maybe I have the name. Yeah, I was thinking maybe the P was capitalized, but I was like, no, I don't think that's right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's pinpoint like this. Then there's also the pinpoint down here. OP pinpoint. So yeah, it's under release, runtime. Yeah, there we go. Okay, do some does weird things with imports and SPM. Try restarting Xcode. Can definitely do that. Actually, I think I did just restart it because it just froze up. But I'm also using the beta, so that's definitely not helping. But I wanted to use Swift 5.5. So you know how that goes. But then again, I also didn't update my project isn't even using 5.5 in the iOS thing. So now that I think about it. Yeah, I don't know. This Xcode beta has been really weird with a lot of stuff, actually. Let's see. What's up here at the top? Where's that? No, that wouldn't do anything. Okay, yeah, so it's in here. We got that. Packages look good. The implement itself should be fine. Let's go ahead, run it. No, it doesn't like me. Let's go ahead and clean the build folder. If this doesn't work, then we'll just abandon Xcode beta and we'll go back to normal Xcode that generally works a lot better than betas do. Because why not just break everything and just put new stuff out that nobody asked for? But hey, Swift file icons. Okay. No, using the beta should be fine. I've done extensive testing with beta. If you can't import the SDK, it's not the SDK. It's usually Xcode. Yeah. So Xcode still has in their patch notes that they're still experiencing some type of imports problems with Swift Package Manager. At the top of C, SPM stuff. Oh, I know it's wrong. Click on the project and make sure Pinpoint is an embedded library. Got it. Got it. Let's see. Embedded libraries. Embedded libraries. Used to be right here. Let's see. And now, there we go. There we are. Oh, 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 hey. Oh, hey. Oh, man, come on now. Let's do it. Come on. You can do it. Clean. It's lying. It's lying. Xcode does lie though. It does though. All right. So this looks like it's all working right here. What we're going to do is we're going to create another function if it ever gives me control of the keyboard again. We don't know, maybe. And then what we'll do is we'll say send notification, because there's nothing preventing you from sending a notification to the device itself, which is it's pretty cool. All right. Next, what we need to do is we need to figure out how to actually use the Pinpoint SDK. I am going to just hope that IntelliSense will work. It won't. Oh, we are getting it. We are getting it. Okay. All right. Now, to reference back the actual AWS SDK, let's see how they did it. Okay, so you create your client first. And this is not Python. Then what you do is, well, first you keep deleting the same thing you keep typing in. Then you do a do catch, print the error like that, kaboom. And then let's see next what we would do. What did I do? Try? I can try. All right, next, after that, what do we do? So we are actually using 5.5 and below. So then we need to do an input call, maybe? Maybe. Client. Okay, the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to do client, and then I'm going to do dot, and then I'm going to hope to send a message and then see what I need in order to create that message. So client dot send messages, user messages, send messages, probably messages from here. So then I need to do a send messages input. So let's go ahead and create that. Let send messages input. Thank God for autocomplete, you know? This is why I really think that you can't do iOS development on any other IDE outside of Xcode, is because you need IntelliSense, really. Because without it, oh boy, it's going to be a hell of a ride. All right, so we need an application ID. Let application ID equals that. I have that and the other thing. Then we need to create a message request. So let message request equals this, and pinpoint client, types dot message request. Initialize that bad boy. All right, so Yeah, this was the part where it got pretty confusing. All right, so what we want to do is reference the code on what we wrote before, because it only needs a couple of arguments. So a message request needs addresses and it needs a message configuration. So let's start with the addresses. Okay. And we'll say let addresses, which is a type string and a pinpoint client types address configuration. And we will just go ahead and add that in. So for the addresses, when I did it before, there was a device token. What is that? Device token. Is that the device token that I actually received and decoded? Indeed it is. Very nice. All right, so then we need the device token. So I wonder if I can do push notification service.share.device token. Oh, yes. If it doesn't exist, then blow up, please. Then the configuration should be. Let's see, what else did we want to put in there? It's an address configuration channel type APNS sandbox. Oh boy. Okay, so pinpoint client types. One thing that I do kind of like about this is, even though it's kind of complex, I like that everything's under the types, and then I just do like whatever client and then the types, and then I initialize that thing. So that's kind of cool. So let's see, we can do channel type, something like that. And then we could do APNS sandbox. Oh, can you say oh? Oh, all right. So we have the addresses. Addresses like so. Boom. Let's see, what else did we need? All right. I am not going to be using 5.5 async, and the only reason why I'm not is because for some reason, and I have to play with it a little bit more. For some reason, Xcode Beta doesn't by default do that, or else this would have been iOS 15 by default. So I'm not really sure why, but it looks like the code would be extremely similar. The only difference being like a callback here, and then here you would just simply have the result there. So that was the intention, was I was actually going to be using Swift 5.5, but when this project got created, for some reason it did it in iOS 14. So sorry about that. To figure out which properties are required, go to the definition on the type and see if it says member is required. This will be fixed by dev preview. Oh, okay. Okay. Could probably go through that. I think that it's probably all the same things are probably going to be required though. Message configuration. So direct message configuration. Yep. So let's go ahead and create a message configuration. Let message config equals pinpoint client types message configuration, and this is where we start adding in all the things that are actually important to the push notification itself. So what I did was I added the body, the sound, and the title. So let's see. And this is asking for what type of message we want. So we need to do an APNS message. Let APNS message equals pinpoint type dot APNS message, and then that's when we do our body, our title, and our sound. So we will have the body, and that's going to be like, oh hey, how you doing? You doing, SDK, like that. And then the category data media. Let's see, where's the sound? Where's the sound? We could call it bing bong, like bing bong dot ife. Ife. Man, SDK message. All right. So, if I'm doing this correctly, we should be able to send a push notification to the device itself, which would prove that we would be able to do this on something like a Lambda, which is probably my use case when I use the SDK. I'm going to use it for anything that you shouldn't be doing on the device itself. Generally, you're not supposed to be sending push notifications from the device itself, but hey, we breaking rules today, man. APNS message. APNS message. Then we get rid of this. We get rid of that. That's a lot of different services that you can send messages through. That's pretty cool, actually. We have the message config. We have where did this application ID go? Right here. Application ID. Then we don't need context. We have addresses and message configuration. That's pretty much all that was needed. I'll double check against the required fields as Nikki suggested. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so we do have an error up there. Let's go ahead and address that right now. APNS pinpoint expected a pinpoint type. Okay, hold up. All right, so we got pinpoint client types APNS message to expected argument. Let's see, do you conform? Does one conform to APNS message? Pinpoint message or whatever. What was it? Let's see. Boom. Okay, so these are structs. Cool. Okay, so then why? But why though? Let's see. Jump to definition. Let's clarify. So APNS message is expecting this type of message. So I did the wrong type of message. Okay. Bye, Bubba. Uh-oh. Baby's inside. Calling outside. Calling for daddy. Oh man, I only got 10 minutes. We better nail this. Bing bong. Sound extra argument. I hope that. Let's see. Hold up. Because seems kind of weird. Let's say let message is equal to pinpoint client types dot message, just like you like it. Ooh. Why would it want that? I feel like these are two different types of messages. Yeah. Another great video. Kyle loving AWS streams. Keep them coming. Oh, they're gonna. They coming. Okay. Watch this as I submit my last merge request of the day at my iOS dev job. We get off at noon CST for the extra long weekend 10 minutes. Okay. Cool. Let's see. So if it wants that, I don't think that we would need action. We could do body. We'll do the same thing. Oh, hi. Oh, hi, girl. How you doing? Like that. And then I've done this before. Let's see. SDK message. I wonder if the other message that I did before was just simply a modified version of this message, which could definitely be a possibility. So let's go right here. Okay. Let's see, configuration. So now you're saying that I need a direct message configuration. I wonder if this is the wrong type. So let's see, pinpoint client types message. Types dot message. Oh, that wouldn't help me. Message request, right? Specifies the configuration of other settings of a message to all the endpoints that are associated. It may be this one. Let's see, message configuration. No, this one also wants a direct message configuration. Let's see. Oh man, I'm gonna be late to my other meeting. This is not good. All right, hold on. Let's try this again. Message request. What you got for me? So addresses is fine, context. So then what we want, endpoint, maybe it's endpoints configuration, endpoint send configuration, endpoint. See, it wants the direct message configuration. It might be a direct message. So let's just change it to a direct message then. Message configuration, direct message configuration. Okay. I think it's just still an APNS message. APNS. This just goes to show how much I really know about AWS stuff. Like the pinpoint one is the one that I've worked with the most, and I still don't fully understand all the differences in all the capabilities of pinpoint. So then we send the message. So then now this is a direct message configuration as expected, I believe. Maybe not. Okay, so now it's an APNS message. Okay, APNS message. Okay, that's fine. Sound. Let's go. Let's go. Bing bong. Hi. Comma. Commas on commas. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so that's in there. We have our message request. We can now send our message request. All right. Then we have our send messages input. We have the completion, a result. We are just going to switch on that result itself. Case success, let response. Print the response because we don't have time for anything else. Oh, we running close to the wire, guys. We running real close. It's either it's gonna work or it's not. Or else I'm gonna have to just jump on another stream and then go through the error process. What's going on here? Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, if I'm not using it in something, I missed something really, really bad. Okay. So we are using this. Okay. Yep, this looks like it might work. All right, so then lastly, what we need to do is we need to add a button where we can actually call this. Send message like that. Action, send notification like that. All right, so one of two things will happen. Either I'm going to be able to I'm going to press the button on the very first time that I ever call this function using this SDK, and it will magically send a push notification, which involves several different steps, and I will actually get the notification on my phone. Or two, the more likely scenario is I didn't test this at all. This is my first time working with the SDK. I might have missed a step in there somewhere with notifications, and it may not actually send the notification. So let's find out together. I do have a thing so that you can see my phone, so we can find out. Visor. How do I spell visor? Visor. Visor. VY. Visor. All right. So let's see. It still didn't just build to my phone. I don't know why. Let's go ahead. The good thing is that we don't have any compilation errors at the moment. Still waiting to figure out what's going on right here. Let's go ahead. What is this? What? Whole computer's being weird. Oh yeah, I don't know why it was a square. That was weird. I think my computer's like tripping. There's like way too much going on for it. All right, let's go ahead and clean this project. Boom, cleaned. No more errors. Let's run the project. It was running on my device, but now it seems like it doesn't know what it's doing anymore. And it was already working. Why? No, come on. Work with me, work with me. No such module. Oh, come on, Xcode. Not right now. Okay. Okay. I'm late for my meeting. I'll tell my manager it was important. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one more time, but let's see if we can open this project on regular Xcode. It might actually work. Okay. Let me make sure that... Why is this not even showing, though? Visor has a new decoder. I don't care about that new decoder. Retry. If not, I'll just hold it up to the camera and you guys will see my phone. But okay, let's go ahead and try to open this. Hold on, I need to send a message to my manager. No, why are you doing something like this? Oh my gosh. So it didn't even make an iOS 15 project, but it's not opening. That's just, wow. Wow. Oh, that's right. The credentials. So even if I did get it to run on my device, I didn't add in the credentials, and I have all the credentials on my other project. Yikes. I might still be able to add that, but I just want to get it to run. If I could get it to run, I could still add in the credentials. I could still make it work. Hold on. Uh, if I could get it to run on my device, I could get at the credentials. Okay. If I could get it to run on the simulator, I can still receive the push notifications because I already have push notifications registered on this device. Don't lie to me. I don't even want to see red. Oh, why is it doing this? Okay. Oh gosh, dang it. All right. So I will have to cover this in another live stream, and I'll let me show you why it's not working. So unfortunately, if you are running the beta, be extremely careful because things just don't work on the beta sometimes. Just very, very specific things. And right here under Swift packages, you'll see that some of the known issues is that you'll get no such module. So what I'll do is next week, give me some time to play with this and to actually understand how to use one of these other services a little bit better. I may even do the same thing, but I can't do it on Xcode 13 Beta 5. It's just sometimes modules don't work. Not sure why, but it's a known issue. I'm assuming that this will be resolved before it goes GM. But yeah. All right. I'm sorry, everybody. I thought I was going to be able to land it in that amount of time. I thought I was going to be able to learn it. Thank you so much, Nikki, for coming into the stream and helping me through that issue. We got a little bit further, but in the end, freaking Xcode did not want it to happen. So I'll catch you all later. Thank you so much. Go out there and keep coding passionately.